It's Olay, and right now I am with the Seagate expansion external hard drive right here. And it came in, we ordered it online. It's quite a big package for a hard drive right now. It is a 14 terabyte HDD, and it actually offers rescue data recovery services, which is really helpful because the reason we have this today right here is because recently one of our hard drives, 3 terabyte hard drive with a bunch of our pictures and documents, was formatted. Unfortunately, it was connected to a PS4 and accidentally formatted. I didn't do this personally, but it happened somehow. Won't go into details about that, but it was formatted, and in order to recover the data on that, we need another hard drive to transfer that data on to after we recover it. So that's why we have this, and hopefully this recovery service can also be used on a previous hard drive, which will be really useful. So I'm gonna open this up, but yeah, as I said, it's really big. It's really big right now. It's compatible with Windows, Mac, and that just kind of shows you a scale of how big this thing really is. With a 1 year limited warranty in North America, South America if you're living here, and it has other different 2 year and 3 year warranties. 3 year in Asia, with a 2 year in Russia, Africa, Europe. So I'm not sure why they get higher warranties than us, but that's just how it is, I guess. So 1 year. Now let's see. Okay, so we open the wrap over here. Okay, we have another sticker inside here. Cut that open. Go. Okay. So it just opens up like that. And we have the hard drive inside here with instructions. So I'm gonna pull this out. Just like that. Okay, so there's the hard drive. What else we got? Okay, we got a box with accessories, I'm guessing. So let's take a look at the hard drive first. So when you open this up, you got a pretty big hard drive. Look at that. Look at that thing. It's like compared to the size of it's like the size of my hand right there. Look at that compared to my face. It's like the size of my head. Yeah, so that's 14 terabytes right there. And we've never had such a big hard drive before. And this is going to be really good. It's always good to get an external hard drive in case your computer breaks, so you can have another place to store. Also, your computer, it probably, my Mac is, I think, like the space would not be like 1 terabyte. I didn't get a 1 terabyte Mac, right? So you already have limited space in your computers and stuff. So hard drive would just be really helpful. This is 14 terabytes. Like, how are you really gonna run out of space in there, right? So that's like years and years worth. But you can also get backup hard drives, of course, which will help in case you lose any data, like we did. But that's just extra costs and extra money. But who can just keep on buying hard drives, right? So taking this out right there, stands up just like that, right near your computer, as they show on the packaging. Connected computer. It's basically, this size looks like it's basically half the size of what PCs nowadays are, or even the size of some PCs, because PCs have gotten quite small these days. So this hard drive is, as you can see, yeah, pretty big hard drive. It's got to store a lot of information, right? You got the Seagate logo right there. You got great mesh. This texture is like a line texture. It's raised with grooves and everything. Here I'm guessing this is for air intake. With these hard drives, you may need some cooling with this. I'm not sure how this one exactly works, because it's not an SSD, right? It's an HDD, so that may mean it has maybe a fan. I'm not sure for this one. I'd have to check the instructions. And then that's the other side, the bottom side. You can kind of see the components. Now, if you ever needed to service this and open this up, I don't see any screws or any really opening slots. I'd have to check that on YouTube if you were ever to open this thing up. Hopefully you never do. We have 2 slots over here, probably one for, you know, these are the connection ports for the computer. I'm not sure what this slot does, but I know this is probably the connection port that goes with the adapter to the computer. Yeah, big chunky thing. Don't drop this. Don't drop any hard drive for that matter if you ever get one, because it's very sensitive how the information is stored, and like the information being stored on these like disks inside these hard drives, and you know the way everything is organized. If you drop it, you might mess up like the electronic hardware and stuff, and you may lose data and access to the hard drive, right? So never drop one of these things because they are quite fragile. So accessory wise, we have, let's see, how do I open this in? There we go. Okay, we actually have so yeah, this is the wire for the actual hard drive. We'll take that, open up that wire. I've seen this type of connection before. I think most of our hard drives have the same connection as this, right? And then it just plugs into your normal USB adapter. On like most computers, Mac, you're gonna need an adapter for that changes it, right? Because Mac is weird like it is. You probably need a dock for that, but there's a cord. Goes pretty long, not exactly my wingspan, but this is pretty long. But you probably wouldn't need to have it too far away from your computer. Let's get this out of the way. So that's the USB 3 cable. And in here, let's see. Okay, so open up this bag. And in here, this is the, thinking it's the adapter actually. There it is. Wow. Okay. So you got a bunch of actually different wall adapters for the wall plugins for different countries that you may take this hard drive to. Seems like it's you can travel with it, I guess. Take it to different countries and stuff. So if you just look at that, you know, it gives you a directional arrow as to how you plug it in, and it all adapts onto, you know, the adapter right here, which is a sliding slot. So, you know, you just press on this button, slide this cover right open, boom, you got that. So in North America here, we use these adapters. These are the ones I am most familiar with. There's one that's very similar, minus the holes, so I'm not sure if that's maybe compatible also with North America. I know some of these are European ones, some of them are Asian ones. So you got a big selection, but I'm just gonna slide this on for now because this is what we use. And it just slides right in like so, like so. There's your adapter. Now, this really surprises me, the fact that there is an adapter with this hard drive, because this thing is such a monster of hard drive. Our other hard drives, you don't need an adapter. You just plug in the USB and you're good to go. So now this, needing a power supply, now that's not as, I'd say that's in a way like worse, because you want to actually have, you know, like you'd have to find a source of power in order to plug this in. And depending on how many outlets you already have that are being used with your computer and your monitor and whatever, right? That's an extra now outlet you need to add a hard drive to. So that kind of sucks. But because this is so big, I'm guessing you need that extra power, right? The adapter you have is a 12 volt 1.5 amp adapter, 18 watts, and yeah, material kind of seems I don't know, kind of looks kind of cheap, this material, but you know, it's an adapter, it works, and as long as it's reliable and doesn't break, we're good, right? So there we go, we got an adapter that plugs right into here, right? And then you got this one. Make sure it's the right direction when you plug it in, because these things tend to break a lot, right? And then you're gonna plug this right into USB. Plug this into the USB port for your computer. Plug this into any outlet you have, and there you go. That's how you're gonna be able to use this hard drive. So yeah, looking forward to recovering all our data, putting it on this, and then hopefully people don't mistake this and format this one. Because, you know, yeah, just remember, don't format your hard drives, all right? If you take away one thing, don't format your hard drives. Be careful with any kind of data you do, because, you know, data management, all that stuff is very important if you want to keep your documents, memories, data, files, whatever, right? So yeah, that's the Seagate expansion 14 terabyte external hard drive.